I did something wrong, which is in my past, but I don't know how to tell my husband about it, and I don't want him to get angry. Because if he knows about it, it might lead to divorce.
Wait, I feel you're not saying the truth. If it was
That's
something you
what.
have done in the past before you
Mm,
got married, also, what has that got to do with your husband? It's nothing.
but I don't know why these days I get scared. Like,
Because you really did a bad thing that you
I
know
know it's
has
wrong. That's
affected
why I'm
him.
saying. That's why I'm saying it.
This is not wrong. It's horrible. And you're probably going to lose the house. If you feel
That's
this
why I'm looking
way,
for a better way to tell him.
there's no better way. If you did something 25 years ago and it's bothering you today, what does that tell you? Tell you it has a very huge impact on him. Was that why you have not had any children? Is this something? Does it have anything to do with that?
Yes.
So you're not saying which best way to tell a man that you did. What is that thing you did that could not allow you to give birth to children?
Actually, when I was in university, my final
People, don't
year.
even tell me. Don't tell me. Are you kidding me? So you got married to a man for now, something that is happened 25 years ago is affecting a 13 years marriage. So this man had been suffering for what you knew about 13 years, and you're telling me what's the
I
best way to
just
tell
don't
him?
know the best way to tell him. That's why I've
To
not
tell
told
him
him
that you are the
about it.
source of the reasons you are not getting pregnant. That you people have been doing all
It
form
was
of.
a mistake.
It's okay. I hope you know it's not everything I have answers to.
But you have answers to this one. He's your friend,
Yes, I have
so you
answers
know
to
how
it. I have
to.
answers to it, but it's pissing me off as a person because what kind of jagwajantis is that? How do you know that you can't deliver a child and you go ahead and marry someone? You should have told him if he loves you enough, he will hang on. That's the best way to it. Everybody should know that when love is in the early stages, that's the best time you can tell your partner anything.
I don't want to lose him. That's why I did not tell him then.
It's okay, you have had enough of him because now I'm going to tell him
No, I've
myself.
not had.
I'm going to tell him myself.
No, I didn't ask you to tell him for me.
And you are joking. So I'll keep my eyes and the friend will be suffering. 13 years. 13 years of no child and you are aware of it. And you know that you can't deliver a child and you never mentioned it. So
That's why I'm telling you.
this man will
That's
now
why I'm
go from
telling
church
you
to
now.
church, from pillar to post to for what you
And
knew
he
about.
lost children.
They should arrest you. They should arrest. What's my own with the lost children? They should arrest you. Let life play by itself. If you have, it's just like if I made an error and something was wrong with my manhood, I would tell the lady, look, I have a problem here. Oh, you can support like this, support like this. Which one is tricking me to marrying somebody?
He will not marry me if I told him then.
How sure are you?
I'm very sure.
That means he doesn't love you still. But he stood with you for 13 years and you say he can't marry you. Even me, I don't think I can stay with anybody for 13 years with no child. And he stayed. And you're here talking, he would have listened to you. Especially if the case that happened to you was not a case of you. Maybe it's not like you deliberately did something, or maybe it was an error or something. At least he would understand. Give him the chance to say yes or no. Why would you ping? If somebody did that to your son, why would, of course you don't even have any, so what am I even saying? But then hypothetically, if somebody did that to your son and you had the mother, what do you say? If his own mother hears about this, what would they say?
I don't know what's in their mind, but
So we can tell that you are evil. You are evil. That's what I'm telling you here. You are evil. I'm not even thinking about you coming to tell me what your problem is, because you are going to tell him, or I will tell him. Because at the end of the day, one day they will know.
I will find a way to
There's
tell
no
him
finding
myself.
a way. You call him when I want to tell you one terrible thing I've done.
That's what I'm saying. I will look for a way to tell him.
He's not looking for a way. Tell him. What are you doing? What is looking for a way? There's no way. Just tell him. If you want to slap you or kill you, whatever, just tell him. Which one's looking for a way? You're still trying to manipulate this young man again.
I'm not manipulating him now.
So you're making it look like I will look for a way to tell him so that I will not be angry, Abi.
Yes. There's no I will not be angry, but that anger will not be that much.
You see this is nonsense. So you are still even trying to pad your own ego inside this nonsense that you have done.
I'm not padding anything.
Then tell him.
I said I will tell him, but I'm looking for a better way to tell him. That's why I'm asking you.
No problem, no problem. I'll give you 3 days. In 3 days' time, I will tell him. Did your wife tell you anything? Even if I don't hear your fight, because I'm sure if you guys start fighting, he will tell me. He's going to call me first. If I don't hear anything from him in 3 days, I'm going to call him myself, and I'm be the one to scatter the house.
I did not send you now.
Like I am asking for your permission. You think I'm like your husband? You manipulate? You did not send me.
I'm not manipulating him now. I came for advice.
Like I care about what you're going to do. What kind of heartless human being are you? You keep a man for 13 years.
I'm not heartless, so I love him. That's why.
So you are the one to determine his future and his life because you love him. So it's your love that he lives by. You are the God he's serving. 13 years. 13. I'm not saying it's not possible. See, couples can live 100 years without a child. Abraham lived up to 190 and before he had something. Beautiful. But it wasn't because the wife knows about it. Not that the husband knows about it. How do you know something and you keep it hidden from the man that you claim you love? What kind of demonic love is this?
It's not demonic love now.
So what kind of love is this?
Genuine love. It's because I love him. That's why I want to tell him now.
Have you,
that's why I want to tell him now.
I understand. I want to ask you basic questions. If you sleep at night, do you dream bad dreams?
No.
You don't have bad dreams. Have they taken you to Arrow before? Like somewhere that
never. No, now.
And you don't always have shing in your head when you sleep. No,
where are you going to?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just asking basic questions. I want to fathom out something. Because you look like something you are sick. You are not normal. You have don't let me use the word. I know you are okay. I know you are okay, but you are not sufficiently okay. Maybe the lack of birth of child has given you have run you mad. How will you say you love somebody genuinely and you are keeping this volume of secret
I said that's why I want to tell him now.
13 years. Your mates have children in SS2. They have 2 children or 3 in secondary school. And you are here talking rubbish. For a man who has enormous wealth like that, who had stood by you all his life, if they say choose between your life and your wife, he's going to choose you. And you are still claiming it's because you love him. He loves you. Men are not this patient in marriages. This man is patient, does everything, not knowing you are the demon that he's serving. The unwanted demon.
I'm actually not a demon. It's just that.
You see why I say disillusion? You're not facing the reality. If it was a man that had issues with his partner and told you and did not tell you when he knew.
It's not easy to tell him now.
How will you allow this type of life to be easy for you? Does it matter? This is the point you give up. It's just like the thief on the cross with Jesus. This is the time you say, okay, I own up to my responsibility. Whatever happens to me, happen to me.
What if he now said, okay, I'm done with the marriage? What will I do?
So this rubbish you have is what you call marriage. Is that what you're saying? How come you can't see? I don't understand. 2 plus 2, please. 2 plus 2.
4.
2 times 2.
4.
If I tell you 2 times 2 is 1, what do you tell me? And I tell you it's my 1. 2 times 2 is 1. That's what I believe in. My 2 times 2 is 1. I always see 1, even in my dream. 2 times 2 is 1. What do I sound like now?
Like you are dumb.
That's how dumb you are. Because ideally, how do you just say you love somebody, you don't want to lose a marriage that you started on the foundation of lies? How come Africans don't understand the meaning of truth? You can't say the truth at all times. You are covering lies, all in the name of love.
Meanwhile, I'm sure him too. We have some things that he's hiding from me.
That does not impact your life. I know 2 or 3 of it. It doesn't impact your life. That's what I'm telling you. For example, he's taking you to IVF, but now that we all know that you don't even have anything to put IVF on.
But I'm hoping on.
But because I was also told me last time, he said they're going to go for IVF. And he wanted to relocate you before the IVF. He said he doesn't want to be wasting money back and forth. I'm telling you now, those are things he hides from you. He's hiding good things from you as surprises. This one, not be surprised, that death warrant. And there are lots of you like that. You say you're a woman. At least I know women in the Bible. They never did like this. So somebody was called Esther, for God's sake. Somebody was called Deborah in the Bible. There is a particular Virgin Mary in the Bible. What am I saying? There is a Ruth in the Bible whose husband died and followed his mother-in-law. And that was how God now found a way to put them in the lineage of Jesus to make them very great. Truth will make you great. What is it with lies?
I'll tell him I'll look for a better way.
Don't stop telling me you look for a better way. It's irritating me. There's no better way. Just tell him and let him faint if he wants to faint, and let him kill you if he wants to kill you. Highest case scenario, you get your family people around and say I'm a very horrible person. You have to admit you are horrible because you are very horrible. Come on, man.